All right. Welcome, everybody. Are you ready to dive deep into something super cool?
Always ready. What do we have this time?
Buckle up, because this one's all about an Android app called Solar Clock. And let me tell you, this is not your grandma's clock app. Our listener wants to know what makes it so special, and, well, the website tells us it's basically a window into Earth's movements in space.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty bold claim for a clock.
Right. It all starts with this idea of solar time. Have you ever really thought about how our standard time zones work?
Yeah, I mean, we all know we have these zones to keep things organized, but
But they don't really reflect the sun's actual position in the sky, right?
Hmm.
Solar time is all about that. This app actually lets you compare solar time with the standard time in your zone.
so you can see how much they actually differ. That's kind of wild, you know? Like, we're so used to thinking about time as this fixed, unchanging thing.
Exactly. But solar time shows you just how much our planet's relationship with the sun is constantly in flux. You'd think that'd make planning your day a little tricky, though, wouldn't it? Imagine telling someone, meet me at, well, whatever time it is, when the sun hits this exact angle.
Huh. That's a good point. Things would get pretty confusing if we all lived on solar time. Thankfully, this app's got way more to offer than just a different way to tell time. It's got all sorts of cool visual and interactive features. There's this 3D model of the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun all right there on your phone.
It's not just any old 3D model either. It shows where you are on Earth. You can see Earth rotating, the moon phases, even Earth orbiting the sun. Like, wow.
It really is like a tiny planetarium you can carry around in your pocket. The thing that really impressed me, though, is the level of detail they put into it. Even the orbital mechanics are accurate.
Now you're going to have to remind me. Orbital mechanics. That's how gravity affects how the planets and moons move.
All right. Exactly. And this app actually gets it right. I mean, you can really visualize how these celestial bodies are all dancing around each other in space. And speaking of visualizing, you can really customize your view in the app too.
Oh, yeah. You can choose up to 3 different locations and switch between digital or analog clocks. You can even change the camera angle on that 3D model. Imagine that, looking down at Earth from the sun's perspective. You could literally watch the seasons change as the Earth goes around the sun.
It's amazing how they took something as complex as orbital mechanics and turned it into this visual experience you can explore. It's not just learning about these astronomy concepts, it's about actually experiencing them.
Totally. It just makes you realize how much is going on out there in space that we never even think about. But why does this matter to our listener, right? Yeah. I mean, it's a cool app, but
But it's so much more than that. It's a portal to understanding some pretty fundamental things about how our world works.
yeah.
You know, imagine using this app to explain day and night to a kid or why we have different seasons at different times of year.
Oh, that's a good one. But it goes even deeper than that, doesn't it? I feel like using this app almost forces you to confront this awareness of our place in the cosmos.
Exactly. It really sparks that sense of curiosity and wonder that drove early astronomers. Think about it. This app is all about seeing time from a completely different perspective, and it makes you realize how much we take for granted. It reminds me of the first time I saw a sundial. It blew my mind that people have been using the sun to tell time for centuries.
That's such a great point. We're so used to our digital clocks and watches, we forget that there are other ways to measure time, ways that connect us more directly to the natural world.
Exactly. And for our listener who's keen to learn even more about all this, there's a whole help section in the app that gets into the nitty gritty of how solar time is actually calculated. It's like a mini lesson tucked away in there.
Oh, I love that. And here's the kicker. This app is still evolving. There's a coming soon section, and they even have an email address for anyone who wants to get involved in beta testing.
It's great that they're inviting users to be a part of the development process. Shows that they're not just trying to pump out another time-telling app. They really want to create something special, something that helps people learn.
Absolutely. So to answer our listeners' question,
Mm.
what makes this app special? It's not just about checking the time. It's about understanding our place in the universe. Next time you glance at your phone, think about looking down at Earth from space. It'll change how you see time, guaranteed. So go ahead and download Solar Clock and get exploring. Who knows what other amazing learning experiences are out there waiting for us?
Absolutely. There's a whole universe to discover.
Until next time, keep looking up.